Once upon a time, in a cozy little town nestled between rolling hills and green meadows, lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. Lily was known throughout the neighborhood for her cheerful smile and willingness to lend a hand. Every day, Lily found new ways to help her community. Her adventures were filled with good deeds that made her town a happier place to live. One sunny morning, as she walked to the local park, Lily saw Mrs. Thompson, an elderly neighbor, struggling with her heavy grocery bags. Lily quickly ran over and offered to help. "Good morning, Mrs. Thompson. Let me carry those for you." Mrs. Thompson smiled warmly. "Thank you, Lily. You always know just when to appear." As they walked, Mrs. Thompson told Lily stories about the town's history and her childhood adventures. When they reached Mrs. Thompson's house, Lily carefully placed the groceries on the kitchen table. "You're a gem, Lily," said Mrs. Thompson. "The world needs more kind souls like you." Lily felt a warm glow inside. Helping others made her happy. Another day, Lily noticed that the park she loved to play in was littered with trash. The beautiful flowers and green grass were hidden under wrappers and bottles. She decided it was time for a community cleanup. Lily made colorful posters and hung them around the neighborhood. The posters read, "Join Lily for a park cleanup. Let's make our park beautiful again." On Saturday morning, Lily arrived at the park with gloves, trash bags, and a big smile. To her delight, many of her friends and neighbors showed up to help. Together, they picked up every piece of litter, sorted recyclables, and even planted new flowers. By the end of the day, the park looked stunning. The children played, and the adults admired the clean, vibrant space. Mr. Johnson, the town mayor, came by to see the transformation. "Lily, you have done a wonderful thing for our community," he said. "Your kindness and leadership are truly inspiring." Lily beamed with pride. She knew that working together made everything better, and seeing everyone enjoy the park filled her heart with joy. One rainy afternoon, Lily was reading a book when she had a brilliant idea. She loved reading and knew that books could take you on amazing adventures. She wanted to share that joy with everyone. So, Lily decided to start a book exchange program. She talked to the librarian, Mrs. Green, and together they set up a little bookshelf outside the library with a sign that read, "Take a book, leave a book." Lily donated some of her favorite books to get the exchange started. As word spread, the bookshelf began to fill with stories of all kinds, adventures. Children and adults alike enjoyed finding new books to read and sharing their own favorites. One day, a little boy named Tommy found a book about space and rockets. He read it from cover to cover and ran to thank Lily. "Thank you, Lily. This book is amazing. I want to be an astronaut one day," Tommy said with excitement. Lily smiled and said, "That's wonderful, Tommy. Books can help us dream big and learn new things. I'm glad you enjoyed it." One crisp autumn day, Lily noticed that Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, who lived at the end of the street, had a yard covered in leaves. The Andersons were an elderly couple who loved their garden, but raking the leaves had become too difficult for them. Lily decided to surprise them. She gathered her friends, and together they grabbed rakes and headed to the Andersons' house. They spent the afternoon laughing and raking, creating a giant pile of leaves. When the Andersons came out to see what was happening, their faces lit up with joy. "Thank you, Lily and friends. You've made our yard beautiful again," said Mr. Anderson. "We're happy to help," replied Lily. "And it was so much fun." As winter approached, Lily thought about how to help those in need during the cold months. She decided to organize a coat drive to collect warm clothing for families who might not have enough. She made flyers and handed them out at school and around the neighborhood. Within weeks, the community center was filled with donations of coats, hats, gloves, and scarves. On a chilly December day, Lily and her friends distributed the warm clothing to grateful families. The smiles and hugs they received in return made all their efforts worthwhile. During the spring, Lily's helping spirit continued to shine. She noticed that some of the neighborhood's pets seemed lonely and restless. Lily thought it would be wonderful to have a place where pets could play and socialize. She pitched the idea of a dog park to the town council. The council loved the idea and worked with Lily to make it happen. With community support, they built a safe area where dogs could run and play freely. The grand opening of the dog park was a joyful event, with pets and their owners enjoying the new space. Lily's actions showed everyone that no matter how small or young you are, you can make a big difference in your community.